Peace to all of the divine primordial deities when I tell you what a wonderful time to be alive. Now, let me share some things with y'all. We're going to skip the introduction and get straight into it. Now, the light stats over in Spain and Portugal just recently went off due to a major power outage. Now, if you have been following me and checking out my lives, this is what I've been speaking on. I've been talking about the atmosphere, okay? And how the atmosphere is going to start changing up. And this, they already know that. Now, based off of the cardinal points due to the equinoxes that occur, which is your summer, spring, and fall, and winter equinox, it shifts the energy on the earth. And we're talking about an abundance of celestial energy that comes in charge of the atmosphere. The reason why all of these planes is falling out the sky is because the atmosphere is being charged up. And they know that once this atmosphere change, their electrical appliances, their guns, their bombs, and none of this stuff is going to work. Now, y'all remember the movie where Black Adam called their weapons weak magic? Because it's going to come a time where none of those things are going to work. And they're going to end up back at square one. Once this atmosphere completely shifts, the carbon beings is going to return back to their power, meaning your X-Men, meaning your Superman and your Superwoman, meaning your Avengers, all of these different superhero movies that Marvel talk about, it is you. And once the atmosphere change, you're going to return back to your power. And you got a lot of people like, well, why haven't our people rose up yet? Well, we haven't went through our transfiguration yet. Why would we rise up and we don't have weapons? See, they have weapons. But when this transformation take place, which is already in process, their weapons will become obsolete and our powers will return. And that's when we act, is when our powers return, which is happening now. Now check this out. It says the lights were out in Portugal and in Spain on Monday due to major power outages, but the cause is still under investigation. It says while earlier reports suggest a rare atmospheric phenomenon, right? It says the Guardian reports that a loss of power generation possibly from a solar plant triggered a large oscillation in the electrical network, causing a grid to disconnect from the European system. This led to a widespread outage across the countries. Now, understand what oscillation is. It means a charged up atmosphere. It means the atmosphere is charged. And I've been telling y'all that this atmosphere is charging up. And due to the atmosphere charging up, okay, it also caused the gravitational pull to thinning. And this is why your planes is falling out the sky, which is a major sign that the atmosphere is changed and it will continually to charge up. Now, keep in mind, y'all see these movies when the last days occur, what be the first thing that happen? The planes start falling out the sky. What's the second thing? The rapture. But what does the rapture mean? It is a Buddha word, which means PT, which means a rapture mindset. Okay, which means euphoria, which means an individual that has an overwhelming feeling of happiness, but also means an individual that's operating at a high level of consciousness. That's a raptured mindset, a God mind. That is getting ready to take place in the chosen, the heavenly creation, not the earthly creation, which is your Gentile and heathen nations. This is why they are trying to eliminate us. Okay, they trying to remove us out of everything. They trying to get rid of our history. They trying to completely get rid of everything dealing with us. That's like with the Smithsonian. They are also trying to remove our artifacts out of there and erase our history. Okay, they know this time is coming. And even dealing with the King Alfred plan of how they are trying to eliminate the so-called African Americans, that's still underway. They're still trying to do that. So what y'all got to understand is they have been trying to eliminate us for a reason, because they know once this atmosphere shift, it's only going to be a certain type of people that's going to be able to rule and live in this atmosphere. And it is the carbon people. Y'all think this stuff is going on just only in Spain and Portugal. This is going to become a worldwide issue because the atmosphere is changing and all of these appliances, even the grid, is going to eventually shut down because everything is getting charged up, even the atmosphere, and is prepping and preparing for the gods to return. This is why they've been building these underground bunkers. Also, remember a few years ago, they gave out to each state them little phones for people to talk to when shit go down the grid so that they can still communicate. They know what's getting ready to happen. Keep in mind, and it's probably going to be fairly new to a lot of you, but the age of Aquarius did not start in 2020. It started in the 1900s and it ended 2030. So we're in the end game for Christ to return. And this is why the atmosphere is shifting and getting ready. And so should you. The powers that be know that it is coming a time where they're not going to be able to no longer rule on the surface. This is your Gentile and your heathen nations, the earthly creation. Not us, because we are considered your heavenly creation, the divine ones. We will have seniority. Now let me read off the scripture to you real quick. And no man might buy or sell unless they have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That is 666, which is 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons. The mark is carbon. And those who do not have carbon will not be able to rule this atmosphere. They will not have seniority. The power will be relinquished from them and returned back into the divine hands. Okay, and so this is what that is talking about. If you don't have the mark, which is the carbon, you will not be able to sell nor buy anything. And they know this time is coming where the powers will be giving back over to the gods, and their time of ruling will be over with. Keep in mind, they said that Christ will come and rule for 1,000 years. That time is approaching. And when that time is over, keep in mind that your heaven and earth will soon pass away, because this realm is only existing because of the gods. And once this is over and said and done with, everything is going back to the dark, whether you like it or not.